Hey guys, what's up? Um, this video is a little different in terms of content. As you can see, I have a bracket set up. This is a historical figures boxing match. I kind of thought I would do this style of video because I've been doing a lot of the sketches and in-person stuff recently. So I figured if I did a video like this, it'd be a nice break from all the stuff we've been doing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, in the first bracket here, first matchup, we got Wright brothers versus Amelia Earhart. I think this is pretty interesting, off the bat, I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Wright brothers just because it's a 2-on-1 matchup, I feel like Amelia Earhart might have some hands, but, and as far as the gender dynamics, let's not get too much into this, guys. This isn't a fucking political challenge, alright? This is just about who's fucking slapping meat on who. And as much as I'd like to see Amelia Earhart in this next bracket, I think just based on the fact it's 2 versus 1 in a little WWE style handicap match, I think we're gonna have to give it to the Wright brothers. So I think they're moving on. Oh shit, this next one's tough. Damn, George Washington versus Abraham Lincoln. That's a tough one. All right, let's walk through this. All right, so we got George Washington. He's got the military experience, being a former commander, or the fuck he was. Then you got Abraham Lincoln. He freed the slaves, so he's pretty dope. And he also wears a top hat. That's pretty sick. I can't knock him on that. He has a gigantic beard. In terms of fighting, though. Oh, okay. You know what? But Abraham Lincoln has that Vampire Slayer movie. So if that was real, because we weren't there, we can't say whether that really didn't happen or not. So I'm gonna have to give it to Abraham Lincoln based on that. But I think that's a pretty close fight. Abraham Lincoln versus Babe Ruth in the semifinals. I feel like that's a pretty good matchup. All right, down here. All right, we got some warriors down here. We got Vlad, shove the spear up your ass, Impaler, versus William, free the Scots, Wallace. Okay, this one's a tough one, because these guys are both pretty dope in their respected, fields. I'm thinking in what aspect would Vlad the Impaler beat William Wallace? Because William Wallace would beat him one-on-one in a fight, because he was like an actual warrior, right? But Vlad the Impaler was like the emperor of Romania during that time. He wasn't the one doing the actual fighting, unless I'm wrong. So I think based on that, I'm gonna have to give it to William Wallace. I think Vlad the Impaler's pretty dope. If he was against anyone else, I think he'd win. But I think just because William Wallace has the actual fighting background, he's gonna beat him. Evil Knievel, that's an interesting symbolic. Okay, wait. Alright, I didn't explain this at the beginning of the video. So the reason Harriet, Tubman, Babe Ruth, Evil Knievel, and Harry Houdini all have buys is because I did an Instagram poll on my Instagram, having people recommend historical figures, but none of you guys responded to it. So if there's someone you wanted to see up here who's not up there, hey, that's your fault. All right, that's not on me. At the end of the day, that's on you guys. All right, you guys were the one who was supposed to pick the people, but you didn't. So I just had to throw some random names in the hat who were like fairly even against each other in their respected backgrounds. So with that being said, since those 4 people actually got picked by people, I figured it was only right I gave them all free buys. But, yeah, so just to explain that. Alright, this next one, we got Elvis Presley versus Michael Jackson. Alright, so both are kind of weird, diddly. I know people will be like, Elvis isn't weird like that. No, that's not. He, like, married a 14-year-old by, like, Mississippi law or Alabama law or some weird shit in the South. So, yeah, no, he's just as weird, alright? Let's fucking make that clear. But, one's the king of rock versus the king of fucking pop, right? I think, whatever. I think that's their respective titles. So this is a real coming of age matchup here. Um, hmm. See, neither of these guys really strike me as like athletic fighters, you know? I think Elvis Presley has the weight on him, so I think he might win in that regard. I don't know. I feel like Michael Jackson can throw like a mean pimp slap, you know, just like really put his fucking whole arch in his hand behind it. I don't know, but I feel like Elvis Presley should get it though, just because of the weight. But then again, if this is a boxing match, because I don't think Elvis Presley has knockout power. I don't think he's gonna go the distance against Michael Jackson. I think he's like kind of gonna be like Butterbean out there, and I don't think Michael Jackson will get knocked out easily. So based on that alone, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Michael Jackson. And that's gonna conclude our first round of the bracket. So moving on, we have Harriet Tubman versus the Wright brothers, Abraham Lincoln versus Babe Ruth, Evel Knievel versus William Wallace, and Michael Jackson versus Harry Houdini. So we got Harriet Tubman versus the Wright brothers. Now Harriet Tubman, very strong woman. She did a lot for the African Americans during slavery by being one of the leaders of the Underground Railroad, I believe. She also was the $50 bill for a period of time, if I'm not mistaken, or she's supposed to be, and she's going to again or something. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. But regardless, she's pretty dope. Now, see, the Wright brothers are dope, but just not in that respective manner. They're dope because they flew a plane, you know? Now, I'm wondering how they can bring that aspect into the fight. But this is just a boxing match, you know. This isn't a WWE match. If this was a WWE match, maybe they could do some fucking moonsaults off the top of the cage. Maybe like some, you know, tag team finisher fucking WWE 2K video game style shit. But considering this is just a boxing match and how gritty and all the shit Harriet Tubman had to go through, I think she could kick the ass of both the Wright brothers, if I'm just being honest. I think she could take them on in a fight. I think she would beat the shit out of them. That's not anything against the Wright brothers. I just think Harriet Tubman's really built like that, so I think I'm gonna have to give it to Harriet Tubman this round. Alright, we got Abraham Lincoln versus Babe Ruth. Now, once again, this is interesting because, like I said, if this was a WWE no disqualification match, Babe Ruth could pull out that bat, put some fucking spikes on it or some shit, and just go to town on Abraham Lincoln. But then again, if Abraham Lincoln's there, he's probably bringing through that 2x4, and he might shove it up Babe Ruth's ass and say, "Hey, this is how you play some real fucking baseball, you fat ass." But I don't know. But here's what I'm thinking, right? All right, let's look up the height difference. All right. So Babe Ruth, what's his height? Because he just strikes me as someone who's short, right? Because I think just off that, I feel like Abraham Lincoln's gonna have reach on him, you know. All right, so Babe, what? Okay, what the fuck? I don't see his height on here. I'm pretty sure I put in height. Um. Okay, so he's so old. This is okay, right? 6'2". No, that's cap. There's no way. I don't think he was 6'2". All right, if that's really true, then all right. What? I don't know though. Abraham Lincoln always looked pretty tall. Oh, okay, yeah, that's Lincoln all day. That's money. 6'4". You know he's got that fucking reach on him. I didn't know Babe Ruth was that tall, to be honest. In all the movies and stuff, they always make him like all short and fat. He probably was fat, but granted, that was a different time period, you know. Um, he also smoked like 80 cigarettes a day or whatever. Once again, different time period. Uh, but then again, so the next bracket we have Evel Knievel versus William Wallace. Okay, this one's interesting because Evel Knievel's not gonna go down. You know, like he's not gonna get knocked out. You know, and William Wallace, I don't think he's gonna get knocked out by Evel Knievel because he doesn't have the power. So we have to look at this as if it was an actual boxing match, right? This is going to the cards, all right. Because there's no way Evil Knievel's crazy ass is just gonna get knocked out by some punches. He's gonna go the distance. So I guess what it comes down to: are we gonna award Evil Knievel for having heart and not getting his ass torn to shreds by an actual Scottish warrior, or are we giving it to William Wallace because he's gonna beat the shit out of him? It really sucks because I feel like, cause I feel like I almost put the people who had to buy it to a disadvantage. Because even though they made it to the next round, they're going against the people who won the first round. You know what I'm saying? I, as much as I'd like to see Evil Knievel advance, I don't think there's any way he beats William Wallace. Fuck. I think William Wallace takes that one easy dubs. Alright, so we have Michael Jackson versus Harry Houdini here. Okay, this is an interesting one, because though this is a boxing match, I don't know if there's magic not allowed during a boxing match, obviously there's no weapons, it's a boxing match. But who's to say Harry Houdini can't pull out some fucking magic mid-boxing match? You know? And I mean, like we said, Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley was a pretty fair fight. That was a good matchup. Obviously Michael Jackson has the reach and the height difference, but Elvis Presley, he probably has power. If he gets inside close, he's gonna do some damage to those ribs. So, but with that being said, I think Harry Houdini could probably make it a good fight between Michael Jackson, just 1-on-1, no magic required. But given the fact he can use magic, because hey, pull up the boxing rules that says there's no magic allowed, because I don't know if that's a rule. So I think we have to give that one to Harry Houdini. All right, guys. So now we're at our actual semifinals. We got Harriet Tubman versus Abraham Lincoln, and William Wallace versus Harry Houdini. I don't know if these were the matchups people were expecting going into the finals. I don't know if they thought these four would win, given the first four people they've seen. But this is how the cards played out, because I am the owner of this channel and I decided it would play out this way. So I guess we'll just see what happens from here, because I think it's anyone's ball game, to be quite frank with you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I know this has been much anticipated. We are back with the semifinals of the historical figures boxing match. We got Harriet Tubman versus Abraham Links. We got my boy WW versus Harry Houdini. These are some really unorthodox fighters here. We got Harriet Tubman. She's just straight ground and pound, gritty, gonna get inside and beat the shit out of you. We got Abraham Lincoln. He's gonna set up that reach. We got William Wallace. He's just straight brawler, fucking no holds barred. He's gonna keep punching you after the fucking ref pushes you off. And then we got Harry Houdini. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do, because he's an actual magician. He could fucking pull his wiener out and then put a boxing glove on it, and bam, now you're fighting three arms. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I really don't know what's going to go on here. I think it's interesting how this played out, though, because we got Harriet Tubman and Abraham Lincoln, who both did a lot for the United States during that very bad, terrible era of history. Obviously, back when it was legal to own slaves. So I think it's interesting that that conclusion ended up coming to that. I know people are going to say, oh, this is fixed. This is fixed. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. I did this off the top of my head, okay? And there was logical reason provided with all of these matches. You can't say there wasn't. I challenge you to say there wasn't. So, and then William Wallace versus Harry Houdini, there's no fucking correlation there whatsoever. They're not similar in any regard whatsoever. All right, I don't even know how to rank this one. I don't know. I want to give Harriet Tubman a fair chance, but I don't know in what realm she would be able to beat up 6'4" Abraham Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? No, she's only 5 feet tall. Fuck, man. Damn, dude. I feel like Harriet Tubbs could fucking put in some work, though, man. I don't know. I don't think there's any way she could beat Abraham Lincoln, though, dude. He has too big of a frame. He has too much reach. You know he's going to establish a jab early on. I mean, she's tough as fuck, but, I mean, even granted, if he doesn't knock her out, it's going to go to the cards, and there's no way Abraham Lincoln doesn't win based on strikes. Fuck. Sorry, guys. This isn't meant to be disrespectful in any way, but I think Harriet Tubman loses here. I hate to do it to her, but I really don't see how she can get past Abraham Lincoln. I think he's probably the favorite to win all of this, to be honest. I don't know how he couldn't. I mean, just get based on like physical aspects, you know. I know people, oh, it's all about the heart and the. Hey, you know what? Sure, to some extent, but you know, Abraham Lincoln's just gonna fucking two-piece you. He's gonna say 4 scoring 16 fucking hooks ago after he knocked your ass out. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, fuck, man. William Wallace versus Harry Houdini. I don't even know how to fucking, you know, like, how am I supposed to determine that, you know? Because there's two completely different fighting styles, right? Because William Wallace is just going to come out probably no form, just go based off pure strength, swinging, trying to crack his ass. Harry Houdini is going to do some crazy magic shit. So what we have to ask is Harry Houdini's magic strong enough to be an actual Scottish warrior? I mean, is Harry Houdini the greatest magician of all time? I can't think of any other magicians besides like current magicians, so like Chris Angel and the fucking Penn and Teller dudes. I think one of them actually passed away recently, so RIP. But you know, I can't think of any other magicians, and I think Harry Houdini, that crazy bastard, he might pull something out that nobody's expecting. He might come out with fucking some fish tank gloves or something and then escape out of it and then, I don't know, fucking drop off from the ceiling and turn him into a rabbit or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And like we already established, we don't know if it's illegal to use magic in a boxing match. So I think Harry Houdini moves on. I know. Everyone's fucking livid at that. I'm sorry, but I think it's a real possibility. So here we are in the finals, historical figures boxing match. I don't think anyone predicted this whatsoever. I sure didn't. We have Abraham Lincoln. He fucking fought some of the toughest people here. He took the long road, no shortcuts. Fucking TKO George Washington, third round. Fucking cracked Babe Ruth in the first round, really established that reach. Fucking a grueling 12-round exchange with Harriet Tubman went to the cards. He was the decisive winner by unanimous decision. Then we got Harry Houdini here. You know, he started off against Michael Jackson, tough opponent, but he really pulled out the magic against him. He pulled some crazy shit out of his ass against William Wallace and made himself knock himself out in the third round. Now he's here against Abraham Lincoln, and he's hungry for that title. All right, guys. We're going to come back for the final matchup in just a moment. Alright, guys. Here we are. Back for the finals matchup. We have Mr. Abraham Lincoln versus Harry Houdini. I think this is going to be going to the judges. I don't think we'll see a knockout here. It's been a long and hard thinking about it the last couple of minutes. And even with the use of magic, I think we're gonna have to go ahead and give it to our winner here, Abraham Lincoln. Yep, I think he takes it. I don't know why it's not. Okay. All right, he's over there. I don't know why it's not putting his name over there. You guys know who won. So here we have it, the conclusion of our historical figures boxing match. Our winner and new champion of the HFB will be Mr. 16th President himself, Abraham Lincoln. Thank you guys for tuning in to the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.